Hey, what's up, everybody? It's that Mac35 here, bringing you guys a new pickups video, quarantine edition. It's been a while since my last pickups video. With all the freaking nonsense and stuff that's been going on lately. But yes, like I said, I'm just bringing you guys a quick little pickups video. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Yeah, so first up on the list is a game I got called Wallace and Gromit and Project Zoo. A little while ago, it wasn't all that long ago, maybe like last year or something. Maybe like last year or something like that. I watched a video talking about this. I didn't really know about this game when it came out or anything like that. I never seen it before or really thought about it like that. And I came across the video of a person talking about this game. And the way they're talking about it sounded pretty good. It's like a 3D platformer game where you play as Gromit. Well, I think you play as Wallace, but no, I think he mostly plays Gromit. But yeah, it's like a 3D platformer kind of game. The way the guy was talking about it in the video made it sound pretty interesting and kind of cool. So I'm like, okay, that's yet another game I'll like toss on my list and see if I can get one of these days. And I bought this during like a sale from the store that I usually go to. I had this game and two of the other ones that I have like a part of the same sale, the buy two get one free sale. So that's always a good thing. But then this was one of them. Go on, ruffle some feathers, unleash your skills as Gromit, the action hero dog, and forge your way through 23 wildly entertaining missions. Teach this old dog some new tricks, including backflips, somersaults, and even breakdancing. Sweet. I'm gonna have to get a new case for this because this is the case that it came in when they shipped it. So I didn't get to like go to the place and get a look at it. I just ordered these online. So this is the case that they shipped, and I'm gonna have to get a new case. That's just like not like a dog clawed the back of this or something. But collect contraption parts to build Wallace's wacky inventions like the banana gun, turnip launcher, springy boots, and more. Feathers wants to make diamonds, lots of diamonds. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his dream. The villainous penguin is running his criminal empire from within the confines of the zoo. Now Wallace and Gromit must race to defeat Feathers and save the animals from a life of crime in this action-packed adventure. Bonus: unlock scenes from Hardiman's award-winning The Wrong Trousers, as well as the Snoozatron, Wallace and Gromit's latest short film from the Cracking Contraption series. I remember the Wallace and Gromit. I watched one of the. I can't remember how many Wallace and Gromit movies or whatever there are, but I know I've seen at least one of them before. It's been like a really long time since I've seen or watched anything with Wallace and Gromit, but I have seen it before. So Wallace and Gromit's pretty cool. It's been like forever since I've watched anything about it, but that's the disc. Cool art, pretty much the same art that's on the front of the thing. The disc is in really good shape too. There's no scratches or anything on it, so that's always great. And you have here the manual, which doesn't look like it's in too bad a shape either. Let's see what it is. Seems like it's in color manual too, so that's always a nice extra. Yeah, the manual seems to be in pretty good condition too itself, so that's great. Pretty much the only thing we really need to get replaced on this is like a new case that isn't so scratched up and stuff, and that's an easy replacement. Just get an extra case or whatever. So majority of this is in really good condition, so I always like that. Got a lot of moves you can do in this game. It's like a 3D action platformer, and like I said when I was watching the video, the guy talking about it made it sound like it was pretty fun, and I'm like, you know what? It's been quite a while since I played like a good old-fashioned 3D platform. I really like 3D platformers, and so I said I'd get this one of these days, and anytime I'm in the mood to play a 3D platformer, this might be the one I try to boot up, because it has been a while since I've played a 3D platformer, so looking forward to that. But yeah, that's the first game I got. Next up is a game that was also a part of that buy two get one free sale. Was this game called R Racing Evolution. This is a racing game. I think it's like, pretty sure it's like, it might be a little between simulation and arcade, or mostly arcade. I was looking up some gameplay to see if I would like it, because I don't play a whole lot of racing games. I do play some from time to time. I just gotta find more racing games that I would like. The race is just the beginning, but yeah, I don't like overly simulation racing games. I can't like Gran Turismo. There's nothing wrong with Gran Turismo. It's a great series. It's a bit too simulation for me. I'm not really the biggest fan of simulation racers, so I prefer to play stuff that's either like mostly like 100% arcadey, or at the very least that's maybe like a little in between arcade and simulation, but still lean more towards arcade. It's just I find those type of racing games more fun. But our Racing Evolution is an extraordinary action racing experience featuring authentic licensed cars and daring real-world tracks, combining awesome graphical quality and high-performance driving physics with a spectacular storyline. Our Racing Evolution chronicles the intense competition and deep rivalries found only within the professional racing circuit. Licensed real-world vehicles allow for upgrades and modifications. 5 game modes including Racing Life Story Mode, Event Challenge, Time Attack, Arcade, and Versus. New interactive driver AI system enhances realistic racing situations. And another good thing about this game is it's not like too expensive. You can get this game really, really cheap. So that's why it's like, I'll try it out. I looked up some gameplay of it. Decided, I might try and give it a shot. And since it's a really cheap game, it doesn't hurt to try it out. So sure, why not? Maybe I might like it. I hope I like it. It did look pretty cool from the bit of gameplay and stuff. And the racing life is kind of interesting. You don't really see too many racing games like this that have like story modes, or at least to the degree that this game is trying to do. So I'm interested in trying the racing life thing and the other modes and seeing how the game is and all that. Another really good looking disc for this one, which is I always love it when the disc looks nice, really clean, pristine. Looks like there's no scratches or whatever on it. That's always fantastic. Not have to worry about anything not working usually. I don't know what, dude, getting this manual was a little tricky. It was like really set in there. And also, I remember this game right here too, iNinja. I remember this game. It was pretty fun. I remember it got pretty hard later on. I actually have this game on GameCube. It was pretty fun. Yeah, I do remember it getting pretty difficult towards the end though. I heard they were actually working on a sequel to this game, like not long after this one had came out, but it got canceled apparently, so that sucks. But here's the manual for our Racing Evolution. And that's like the main character you play as in the racing, in the story mode. Controls and stuff. Look at this guy. she's like the main character that you play as. And Gina's like supposed to be her rival or something like that. Another color manual. I always like when the manuals are in color. It's a pretty thick manual too. It's got a lot of pages to it. Most games have a lot to it. It must be a pretty deep game. Just like I said, I don't mind as long as it's not like overly serious simulation. Because I'm just not the biggest fan of those particular style of racing games. I mean, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just I don't really play ones like that. But this game looked interesting, so I figured, and it was, like I said, cheap, which is always nice, so I figured, sure, why not? I'll take a chance on it and see. Maybe I might like it. Yeah, it's just, this thing has a lot of pages to it, too. Just flipping through it. How many pages does this thing have? Like 39, 40 pages. Jeez. It's a really thick manual for a racing game. And the last game that was part of the buy two get one free sale that I got was this hard hitter tennis game. It's another it's an Atlas game. It's another really cheap game that I've decided I'd try out and see what it's like. You can get this game for like $5 or whatever. So I feel like, what, I don't really play too many tennis games, but this one just seemed interesting. Like when I was doing research and looking up some PS2 games I might want to buy, this was one of the ones that I saw, and I was like, let me look up some more gameplay of this, and it looked pretty neat for like a little tennis game. I found out when I looked it up, it was only like $5, so I'm like, what, I'll try it out and just see what it's like. Can't hurt for $5. And it's actually factory sealed too. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's like a arcade tennis game. Yeah, like I said, I haven't really played too many tennis games, but when I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a try. So I like to, just try stuff sometimes, see if I might like it or whatever. If it's like, not expensive or hard to get or whatever, I'm like, what, just try something different every once in a while, just to see, see what I might wind up liking or what I might not wind up liking, stuff like that. And lastly, the last game I got for this video is this game called The X-Files Resist or Serve for the PlayStation 2. It's a Resident Evil. It's pretty much a Resident Evil style survival horror game with within the X-Files game. Yeah, within the X-Files universe. It's an original story from the writers of the X-Files, featuring voiceovers by the cast of the hit TV show, which that's cool that they got the original cast to do their voices and stuff. Play as Mulder or Scully and investigate two deadly parallel paths to the truth. You can pick at the start of this game. You can pick whether you play as either Dana Scully or Fox Mulder at the start, and you get to experience different paths of the story and visit some kind of different areas, depending on who it is you play as, and you'll have certain sections where they'll both meet up and they'll have to help each other for a little bit before they have to get separated again. I've watched a bit of gameplay of this, and I watched the live stream of a little bit of this game too, and I was like, yeah, this looks pretty cool. I might try to give it a try. And player conducted autopsies reveal grisly clues and battle bloodthirsty zombies and unspeakable evils. Yeah, that thing definitely looks like an unspeakable evil. It's funny that I just recently got this game. I decided about getting it last year. Like I said, when I Well, last year was around. I was around when I watched someone live stream this game. They were playing it during October for horror month and stuff, and I was like, I pretty much am gonna decide to get this game. And this month, I got it. And it's kind of funny the timing that I recently got this, because for one, I wanted to get it because it's starting to go up in prices. It's a survival horror game on the PS2. Those seem to be like going up in price every year or whatever. Another reason why it's funny that I got this, I actually been watching the X-Files TV show on like Hulu recently. Like, I remember the X-Files when it came on back in like the day when it originally came on TV, but I didn't really watch it at the time when it was on because I was really young, and the intro of the show freaking scared the crap out of me. I don't know what it was, but like, I never watched the X-Files just because like the intro itself always creeped me out. Every time the show would come on TV, the freaking intro would creep me out, and I would just never watch the show. Never watch the show. But like, and I've always heard over the years how good the X-Files is, especially like the earlier seasons and stuff. Like, people say it kind of fell off after a while, like in the way later seasons or something like that. But a lot of people say the early seasons of the X-Files was really good. And finally one day, I not that long ago, like a couple months back or something, maybe like around late last year is when I said I'd sit down and start watching some episodes of X-Files to see what the show was like, because like I said, I've been aware of it, I've always known about it and stuff. I never actually watched it when I was a kid back then because it freaked me out some. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't afraid of this intro no more. Let me watch this. But so yeah, I've just been like on and off watching the X-Files TV show pretty much for the first time, really, and I've been enjoying it so far. I'm not like deep into it yet. Like I said, I'm just on and off watching. I'm not really like watching. I'm bad at binge watching. I can't. I'm just like somehow bad at binge watching shows. But I've been watching some episodes. I'm pretty good ways into the first season. I'm not sure how many episodes are in each season, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far though. The X-Files is a pretty good show, so I like the show. I'm like, you know what? Even more of a reason for me to grab this game. And if you can't tell, this is a Factory Seal 2, which is awesome. It won't be Factory Seal for much longer whenever I do get around to actually playing this, but that's, like I said, it's awesome. So I'm happy to finally have this, another horror game on the PS2. It looks pretty interesting, and I'm getting into like the show itself now finally, all these years later. So this game would be a nice game to play. It's someone that's getting into the show. That's pretty much all my pickups for the month of May. Got a shorter episode, a little quicker one this time because I haven't got many games because freaking pretty much a quarantine year. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm starting to 5 and I'm out. Please don't forget to rate and comment and subscribe. Peace.